Hello, thank you for watching. This is Patrick with EagleView Property Management. Today we are going to be talking about a topic that I'm very excited about: how to write an effective lease agreement. If you're a new landlord, this is going to be very helpful to you. The first thing that you should always have at the very top of your lease agreement is the who, what, and when. Very important. The who identifies who you're renting the property out to. Make sure that the names of those who are allowed to be in that property legally is very clear. Is it a family? Is there one person? Is it one parent and a child? Be very clear. And also be specific about whether or not you will allow subletting without your prior authorization. I'm not very fan of that because usually you do lose control. If you allow subletting, it's not something that you should allow without your prior authorization. Now that covers the who. The what talks about what it is that you're renting out to that person or that family. Is it a house, a condo, an apartment, a room, a basement? Be specific about what it is that you are renting out. And the when is the portion where you cover the start and the end of that lease. Start and end dates are very important. You can even go as far as putting out a time that you want that lease to be ending out on. And again, it's all about details. It is very important. You will find it very important, especially when it comes time for moving and specifically move out. The next thing that you should make sure that you cover in your lease agreement is how do you want to get paid by that tenant? Do you want to receive a check by mail? Do you want a deposit onto your account? Do you want ACH transfer? Be very clear about how you want to get paid. Some people even use PayPal. I know I do use it, but that depends on the tenant. That depends on the property. Just make sure that you're very clear about that tenant on how you want to get paid. And the third thing that you want to make sure that you're very clear about is the procedure that you're going to be using when it comes time to deal with late rent payments. This is very important. You do want to make sure that you let the tenant know that if the rent is not received by the 5th, which is normally the grace period given between the 1st and the 5th, that's a grace period. If the rent is not received by the 5th, make sure that it is clearly identified within your lease that you will be charging a late fee. In Maryland, at least, I know that the law allows you to go up to 5% of the rent amount in terms of a late fee. If you do that, then you will have no issues. You just have to make sure that that's clearly listed out within your lease. If you want to take that tenant to court by a certain date, let's say the 10th or the 15th, make sure that that is clearly listed out in your lease as well. Because if you go in front of a judge and it doesn't clearly say within your lease that you would take legal actions by the 10th or the 15th, you may lose a case just based on that. So again, just be very clear about what you want to do with your tenant when they are late on their rent. Again, this is Patrick with EagleView Property Management. I thank you for watching. You can find out more information and more educational videos on our website. Please reach out to us if you have any questions whatsoever. We can help you out write your lease, or we can simply point you to other resources. Thank you. We look forward to hearing from you. Bye.